I could spend the time I've been given going around recognizing the partners in this room. And CBMP is about partnership. We are absolutely indebted to each and every one of you as our partners, whether government, NGOs, media, entertainers, DJs, heroes, champions, in whatever form. It is about partnership, and that is why we're here today. As you will have seen in Manaman, that particular competition was run in Jamaica. That was a PSI competition that we did with them. And it was about reaching out to young men. It was about allowing the young men to tell their story. And as you've seen, it is about being culturally appropriate. That can be shown anywhere in the country in Jamaica, and young men and young women relate to it. And that's what we're about. As Dr. Messiah said, it is a different time. And we are way past talking at people and doing talking head documentaries, because nobody is listening to that. And CBMP is well aware of that one. So Man Up is UNAIDS on this occasion, allowing us to do the same thing in Barbados. And I'm making a plea here to any donors, partners, access to funding, UNAIDS themselves. This, I'm sure you will agree, is a competition that should be done regionally. It's great that we're having the opportunity to do it here, but we need to be able to do this across the region. Unfortunately, we need money to do that, so we keep making that plea. Very quickly to remind you that CBMP is a regional broadcast media partnership. We have 112 partners across 24 countries in the region. That is hugely powerful for us as a Caribbean region to share messages, to share impact, and to share the conversation, which is so important. We are, as you would have heard, very committed at CBMP to the use of social media, because that's where our young people are. I am meeting more and more young people now who don't read newspapers, and yet they have as much information as I have, and more in many, many areas, through the social media, whether it be blogs, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. They've got it. And we've got it too at CBMP, under the leadership of Dr. Leacock. And we therefore seek to explore topics which are difficult, which may not be comfortable for people normally to discuss. We are able, as CBMP, as a media organization, is able to do that in a very formidable fashion. We are well aware that HIV just falls into a spectrum of diseases. When CBMP was launched 7 years ago, we had, for the first 5 years, US funding. At that time, HIV was an acute disease. At this point in time, HIV is a chronic disease. And the spectrum goes from the chronic communicable to the chronic non-communicable diseases. But HIV remains the focus of CBMP. It's not going to be the exclusive focus, because our concern is on risky behavior and any lifestyles and lifestyle diseases that impacts on. However, when you speak about diabetes and hypertension, which are the two chronic non-communicable diseases which are at the top of our list in Barbados and in the region, it is very easy to speak about it. You speak about diet, you speak about exercise, you speak about healthy choices. Same thing with high blood pressure. When you come to HIV, we speak about diet, we speak about exercise, we speak about healthy choices, but we must speak about sex and sexuality. And even today, those conversations are still difficult in our country and in our region. And it is for that reason that I see CBMP as having a really, really critical role, using our messengers, using our entertainers. And Rupi, I want to shout you out specifically this morning, and thank you for always being here for us. And I think I'll be excused if I could just mention his manager, who brings him to us, from Richard Haynes from South Central. Thank you both for always coming to our rescue when we needed a champion. And so We continue to try to make the linkages with lifestyles and disease, but we continue to keep the conversations on the table in the community that we need to have if we're ever going to be able to get rid of HIV. I hear it being said that HIV is under control now. We can now switch to chronic non-communicable diseases. We can't. We have to focus on chronic non-communicable diseases, but we can never take our eye off HIV. It's about sex, it's about sexuality, it's about our young people. That doesn't go away. We cannot take our eyes off HIV. And so I really want to thank each and every one of you in here this morning for your partnership, for your support, for your interaction, for continuing to create with us this enabling environment so that we can deal with stigma and discrimination, and so that we can ensure that our young people live the healthy, productive lives that we all want them to live. Thank you so much.